guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather. I am a mama to 4 kiddos and I make videos on anything motherhood related. In this video, however, I am going to be showing you some DIY fall home decor. I love fall and I like to get hands-on, so I like to create a lot of my home decor. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorites this year. It is also a collaboration with another mama here on YouTube. Her name is Bethany. Her channel is The Mom Grind. She has 2 adorable little boys and she makes mommy videos as well. So go ahead and check out her video. She's also going to be sharing with you some fall DIYs. I will link her video and her channel in the description box below. Make sure you check her out right after you watch this video. First DIY I'm going to show you is this beautiful fall wreath. Most of the items I used were from the dollar store. This willow wreath came from the dollar store. It is just a plain willow wreath. I also got these leaves. They were actually on stems, but I cut them off prior to starting this video. I also used 2 different kinds of flowers. Rather, they were just 2 different types. It was mums and mini mums. You can really use whatever flowers you prefer. The white pumpkins and the pine cones were from Hobby Lobby. They were in a pack. Then I got these from the dollar store. They came in a pack of 3. It was Harvest, Welcome, and Thankful. I started off by cutting off obviously all the packaging from the flowers and the wreath. I went ahead and put the flowers where I thought they would look best. I didn't glue anything down at this point because I wanted to make sure everything looked good before I actually hot glued it onto the wreath. So right now all I'm doing is putting it down to make sure it looks okay. It was a little difficult, but I wanted to see how it looked first before gluing anything. I went ahead and did the same thing with the secondary flowers, so I put them down and adjusted as I wanted to make sure that they were in the proper place before gluing anything down. I also wanted to mention that this is more like a sideways wreath. Instead of all the flowers being directly at the bottom of the wreath, it's kind of going up the side. Once I had mapped out where I wanted the flowers to go, then I decided to start hot gluing them down. I ended up not gluing down the yellow flowers just because I wanted to reuse them later on possibly, so I just decided to stick them in and kind of weave them into the wreath. I also want to mention that you don't need to use a specific flower or color. It's basically all based on preference. So I really wanted to do fall colors, so I went with more of like a burnt orange and a yellow. You could use whatever colors you want, and I'm just eyeballing where to put everything, and if it doesn't look good in a certain spot, I just move it. So you just really make it to your specifications and how you would like it to look. After I made sure the flowers were in place, I went in and added some leaves. Again, this is by preference, so if you wanted to add more or less, you could. Only added 2 pumpkins to the wreath because I didn't want to overwhelm it. Of course, you could add more if you wanted. So I just added the pumpkins wherever I thought they would look best. And then I went in after and decided to put the pine cones in again wherever I thought they looked best. It was then time to put the sign on the wreath. I chose Harvest out of the 2, and I will be honest with you, this was the more difficult part of the process of making the wreath just because I wanted the sign to be in a specific spot. I forgot to mention I am using some clear transparent beading thread to help me be able to kind of hang it where I want to hang it inside the wreath. My wreath was a little too big for the length of the sign to be able to glue to both sides. So you'll see what I do in just a minute. So I was able to glue one side and then use the string on the other side, and I wanted to hide it, so the string is actually behind all the flowers. Next, I'm going to show you this simple DIY centerpiece for your table. Most of the items I used for this project were pretty inexpensive. I found these at Hobby Lobby for about 70 cents each. I also had the leaves left over from the previous project. They were from the dollar store. Again, they were on a stem and I cut them off. I found this, I believe it's like a planter box or like a serving tray, I'm not really sure. I found that at Hobby Lobby for about $5 on sale. I found these unscented candles. They were perfect height at my Dollar Tree. I bought 3 of them. Then I found these in the dollar section at Target. They were $3 for 7. These pine cones were the one thing that was on more of the pricey side. I believe I paid like $3 or $4 for this bundle on sale. Again, that was at Hobby Lobby. And then white paint, because I do want to paint the planter box white. So after I had painted it white, I actually went ahead and used a house paint that was white instead of the craft paint, and I liked how it looked with just one coat. It looked very rustic. So I am just opening everything up, and I'm going to place all of it inside of the planter box as I see fit or as I like it. As you can see, I placed the candles in first so I could put the pine cones, pumpkins, and foliage around the candles. Lastly, I want to show you how to make this simple wreath. I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby. It was only about $4.99. I had this burlap ribbon from the dollar store. It was pretty thin, but it still worked for this project. Looking back, I probably would use a thicker burlap for this. I also used the stencils. Those were adhesive stencils, some black paint, and some jute string. The thing I did was cut the burlap ribbon into triangles. I had to make 10 because I was writing give thanks for each letter, so it was 10 letters. I then added the stencil on there for the letter, and then I went ahead and painted over the stencil with the black paint. Once I had all the letters done and they were dry, I was able to take off the stencils. I then laid out all the triangles and then cut a piece of jute string. Mine was a little thick, so I separated the pieces to get the thinner rope. I then used hot glue to attach the triangles to the jute string, making sure that everything was even. So after I had added all the triangles to each string, I went ahead and attached them to the wreath and made sure that everything was even and symmetrical. Well, there you go, guys. That is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had a lot of fun making this stuff, so hopefully you feel inspired to go make some of your own fall home decor. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you go check out Bethany's channel, The Mom Grind. Again, it's in the description box below. She's gonna be showing you some more amazing DIYs for fall. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.